everybody? Chris Steele here at Steel Frags, and tonight we will be reviewing Dunhill Edition. Now, this is a really nice little fragrance. I've had it for a while. It is great. It is a very fresh, almost modern fougere, even though I think this is about as old as I am. So it was, I know it's from like the late 80s, early 90s. But it smells absolutely great. Very aromatic, very fresh, very clean, very classy. I want to take you guys into the notes, but just to let you know, if you don't know this, but most fougeres have a ton of notes, all in which that you can't pick out any particular note. It's more or less in a chord. So you'll get what I'm saying in a second. So Dunhill Edition, in the top you have nutmeg, Amalfi lemon, bergamot, and lavender. In the middle you have clary sage, carnation, jasmine, geranium, cyclamen, lily of the valley. In the base you have fir, vetiver, oak moss, Virginia cedar, amber, and tonka bean. So like I said, there's a whole lot of notes in this. Don't let that put you off though. Although this is an old school fragrance per se, it does not smell old at all. I did have a few other old school fragrances. Like I had Lomani Pour Home. That's another really nice old school fragrance. Hell, I even had Halston 112, I believe. Yes, Halston 112. One of those. Yeah, it was Halston 112. But that one is a little more old manish. It actually reminds me of my stepdad, my Halston 112, because he used to wear that stuff all the time back in the day. But this has almost a modern flair on it. You know, it just is very gentlemanly. There's like this lemon and citrus mixed with a greenness and this aromatic floral that's going on. Like, out of all those notes, what I'm getting a lot of is the Amalfi lemon, the lavender, clary sage, geranium, stuff like that. And then you have the greener notes like the vetiver, the oak moss, the Virginia cedar and all that, the fir. But this gives you such a nice smell. The best way to think of this is something that you put on when you want to be unassuming but make a statement at the same time. So what I'm saying is you want to put this on in situations where you don't necessarily want to stand out as like being the cologne guy, but at the same time you definitely want to smell good and you want to give a good impression that you're somebody who's clean, somebody who takes care of themselves, somebody who is confident, somebody who has a bit of class, sophistication, and character. This gives you that. And I will say when you first get it, though, if you get this, when you first get it, I don't know if it's because of reformulations, but when you first get it, it needs a little time. As you can see, my bottle is well loved. I've used quite a bit of this. It needs a little time. So what I mean by that is you need to give it a few months. You need to spray it, wear it, give it a few months, spray it, wear it, give it a few months. And after like a good 6 months, this thing performs very well. Those first 6 months that you have it, though, it's going to be on the lighter side. But then again, that can be expected because it's a freshie. It is a freshie, but it's a fresh, green, clean, aromatic, floral fougere. Very, very nice. It projects fairly well. You get about a 3-foot scent bubble. The longevity, I think, is a good 5 to 6 hours once it's macerated something and its character has came out a little more and you've let it sit. So you'll get a good 5 hours out of it. The sillage is really good on this. Sillage shines. You get a decent sillage for about the first hour, and then it dials back a little bit, gets a little closer. So then you're talking about you know, that 6 inch, the intimate, you get the intimate space, which is like the 6 to 12 inches, so like a foot away from you. So that means if you're talking to somebody and they get a little close to you, they'll be able to smell it right away. Um, Now, this is the selling point for this fragrance. If for nothing else, this fragrance is an excellent office scent, excellent uh, professional setting scent, very inoffensive. It has body, character, sophistication, but being uh, without being rambunctious or annoying in any kind of way. This is not sweet at all. There's no sweetness in it, but there is a certain clean freshness in it that makes it appealing. I love wearing this, and I'm usually the kind of person I don't really like old guy type fragrances. Like I like to smell them, but I don't like to wear them. So for me, this is a this is something that's different. I don't feel dated. I don't feel like I'm wearing grandpa's fragrance, you know. Um, I I feel that it's very modern, even though this is something that came out in the 80s. It feels very modern. It feels very clean, very fresh, you know. Uh, and it's just with the lemon and the florals and the geranium and all that, it's just so on point with somebody who is just clean and confident. You know, clean and confident. This is like, if that's what you're trying to push, if that's your statement you're trying to make, this will definitely give it for you. This stuff smells amazing. I like wearing this like if I'm going to the doctor, if I'm going to be in a professional setting where I want to make a good impression without being so loud that, you know, nobody can focus on anything else besides, you know, what is that smell and why do we keep smelling it? This is great for those kinds of things. Also, I find that this is good to just, if you just want a refresher, if you want something that's going to be uplifting, because this has a very fresh, uplifting kind of scent profile. So if you want something that's going to put you in a good mood, that's going to make you feel fresh, this is great. A great out the shower fragrance. This will definitely put a little pep in your step. You won't have to do any antidepressants or anything like that. Just spray some of this on and it will make you feel a lot better. I love this fragrance. And I don't really have too much from the House of Dunhill. This is my only Dunhill fragrance, but I do plan on changing that at some point. I just got to find the right price for certain ones that I'm interested in. Um, at the prices that I find them, they're a little overpriced, but I'm pretty sure if I can get a hold of the right seller, I can, you know, get what I want. But this is DUNHILL Edition. Uh, I think this is from 1985, I believe. I could be wrong. 1985, 1989, somewhere around there. Late 80s. So, yeah. Smells good. So, that's about all I got on this one. If you guys like the review, please do subscribe. Um, Comment below if you want to spark up conversation, or if you just want to give some information, or you just want to give your salutations. I'm all good with either or all of those. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful Friday. Or no, today's Wednesday. I'm tripping. No, today's Thursday. Yeah, today's Thursday. I'm really tripping. You guys have a great Thursday. Well, the rest of the Thursday night. It's gonna be Friday pretty soon. So, and stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.